Okay, this is going forward with more or less the same patch we had here, except we have the text versions of these objects here instead of the graphical versions, and a checkbox to turn the DAC on and off. What we would typically use MaxMSP for is obviously for some audio processing. I'm going to use an object which does frequency shifting. I'll just put that in there and give that a default value for just now. And I'll use a number box here so that I can control the amount of frequency shifting. This is the left input and that's the right input. I only have one microphone here, so I'm only going to bother using the left input and take that back out to the DAC there. Then if I lock the patch, and let's set this to some reasonably high value, start the audio, what you can hopefully hear now is that I'm being frequency shifted by 800 or 900 Hertz as I speak there, and we're getting that signal being added in. There's a couple of things to notice about this. First of all, that audio objects and audio cables and MIDI stroke object message cables look different. So these have kind of a yellow appearance, and that tells us yellow and black appearance. That tells us these are audio cables. Although in exactly the same way as with other kind of objects, the signal always flows down the way. So the outlets are at the bottom, the inputs at the top, the outputs at the bottom. You always expect the most important input to be the one on the left. You can notice down here something that might seem confusing in that this DAC is taking in two different kinds of cables. There's an audio cable coming in and then a regular message cable. Well, DAC understands that and it's able to distinguish the audio signal coming into this inlet from the message which is coming in here and telling it to start and stop. And again, if you look at this frequency shift object, well, this one here is taking an audio signal in, and this one here is not expecting an audio signal, that's expecting an audio max message. So you can have these different kinds of messages flowing around, audio messages and the other MIDI or messages, I don't know what you call those. And all the audio stuff, as I say, doesn't actually do anything unless you've got audio processing turned on, which in this case I'm doing like that. Okay.